Welcome to Seven Rivers Sports. I'm your host, Gary Erickson. This week, an inside look into sports, into wellness, into fitness. Well, this week, the spotlight on the Central Riverhawks. 3 senior student athletes, Jackson Warren, Sam Fergot, and next to me, Eli Graewin. Welcome to the show, guys.
Thanks for having us.
Hey, you know, might get out of school for a little while here as we tape the show on Wednesday, September 8th. Well, you're 2-1, preparing for Onalaska this week. You had 2 really outstanding games, Oklahoma North, Oklahoma Memorials. You're averaging 46 points a game, wow. And then last week, a little bit of a wake-up call against a very strong West Salem team. Very strong, but you're still in the chase for the conference championship, for the postseason. So you're not really derailed at all. Just kind of a little pause, sit back and think, maybe we need to work a little bit harder, Jackson Warren.
Of course. We're just like hungry, stay hungry, deflated our egos a little bit, and then we're just going to come back stronger, hopefully. That's the plan.
What was the general mood, though, after a pretty unexpected 10-0 loss?
Mood was definitely just unsatisfied. Like you're kind of disappointed.
Good words.
Didn't do what we should have done, and then just have to deal with it and then move on.
Can I also add the word surprised? You were, weren't you?
A little bit. I was a little surprised. I wasn't expecting them to come as hard as they were on defense. They had us kind of figured out. And yeah.
Sam, you're a senior student athlete.
Yep.
And you've had an injury, so you're kind of a setback.
Yeah.
That injury to your toe, to your foot. How are you handling that?
You know, it was tough to sit out for those 2 weeks I did. It was tough to miss out on, 2 of my senior games, but we got the wins. That's all that's mattered, really, for us. Now that I can come back and help out my team as much as I can, it's really what matters.
Eli, you're a leader and you're a senior, so people are looking at you you're on a platform. Some people, seniors, athletes, maybe don't realize they're on a platform. People are watching, whether it's at Central, whether it's at Farm and Fleet where you work part-time, in the community. I mean, there's a Central athlete. You've been given a gift, all of you have. Your gift is that you are an athlete you have an impressive gift. So your role is to handle setbacks with dignity and so on, and to handle wins graciously and so on. How are you, as a leader, handling your role as a student athlete?
Well, you just got to set an example for those lower classmen, juniors, sophomores, freshmen. And you always got to work your hardest in school, out of school, on the field, off the field.
How are you leading the Riverhawks now? You're 2-1. This is a big week on Alaska. Wow, I mean, that's a good team. River Falls, Toma, Holman, Sparta, and then we're going to talk about the Logan game. You got a lot of good games ahead of you. Are you ready, Eli?
I think that if we just keep our head up, focus 1 week at a time, I think is what we got to do. Because if we focus on, Holman or whoever we have after them, it'll just not get us ready for this week and this game that we have coming up.
Jackson, take us through a Central Riverhawk practice. Here's why I ask that. A lot of our viewers, I go and watch practices. I really believe in the saying that how you play on a Friday night under the lights is reflective of how you practice. How well your effort during the week. How well the coaches lay out the practice plan. Do you improve each and every day? Take us through your practice.
So we start off, we change our stretching a little bit, so now we're all unified and we stretch as like a whole team. And we have this new saying, lead from the back, because that's like what wolves do. And you let like the sick and old or whatever, like wolves, go ahead. And then let's say we mess up like a play or something, we'll just redo it until we get it right over and over again until it's perfect. And if we don't have enough effort, then we'll get our butts chewed and then just keep going at it.
There's another way to look at that saying, and it goes like this: the strength of the wolf is in the pack, meaning that a wolf by itself is not usually dangerous. A wolf with a pack that follows them with the same sort of passion and vengeance, determination. Oh, whoa, there's something to be scared.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, is that Central Red Raider, Central Riverhawk football?
That's our new motto, being a wolf pack and just being together.
Now you learned a new saying, didn't you?
Yes, sir. Might have to use that one.
There you go. Well, I'm not sure I'm going to allow you to do that, but it depends on how you do in the show from this point forward.
Right.
So, Sam, you're a wolf, right?
Yeah.
Describe your leadership style.
I like to lead from the back. I don't always say too much in practice, but you know, if I see someone not working hard, I'll say something to them on the side. You know, just make sure that they're giving their all in practice and trying to help our team become better.
Sam, here's you. I only speak to improve upon the silence that exists. I don't speak just to say something. Is that you?
Yeah.
You gonna use that one too?
Might have to.
Eli, you're not afraid to speak.
No, definitely not.
But you're called upon to lift people up. A lot of people don't recognize that, though. You're called upon as a senior. You're called upon to recognize when people are struggling. Recognize when their confidence is shattered. Recognize when they're not playing up to their potential. And instead of criticizing them or hollering or talking negatively about them, to figure out a way to pick them up. That's your job, Eli.
Yeah.
How do you do that?
You know, I might just take them aside or try to talk in between reps or in between, you know, school and sports and see what's going on. And like, yeah, I'm here for you. And, you know, if you need someone to talk to or need someone to help you get those extra little encouragement, I'm always around to pick you up.
Do your teammates know that?
For sure. For sure.
That's good. I admire that. Eli, football, baseball, wrestling?
Yes, sir.
You able to handle all three of those?
Oh, every year.
Which one's your favorite?
I think football is probably my favorite team sport, but wrestling is just like a whole different environment because you're out there all on your own on the mat, and everybody's looking at you, and it's a hard 6 minutes. But I think no matter win or loss, you always have something to improve.
How do you like that co-op with the Logan Rangers?
I think it was honestly a good thing because it brought me and my cousin Cooper Paisley a little bit closer, and I made some new friends along with those Logan kids. And
so those Logan kids are okay, aren't they?
yeah, they're all right. They're all right.
Hey, Cooper Paisley's been on my show. Cooper Paisley is one of my favorites. We talked about before we went on the air. Eli's cousin Cooper. His spirit of determination now, as we speak, I think he's getting ready to graduate.
Yeah, he's graduating this Friday up in San Diego. Yeah.
Yeah, from boot camp.
Yep.
Yeah. So, and that in itself is a story, no question about it. Let's go back to April 30th of 2020. Cooper Paisley on one side, Eli Graewin on the other. The
Yeah.
Rangers happened to win that game. Your only loss in that abbreviated spring season.
Yeah.
How was that?
I think it was definitely a tough loss, but we came not ready to play, and we expected, because we blew out every single team that Logan lost to that year, so we just kind of expected them to roll over and not show up. But they came ready to play, and we didn't, so.
It happens.
Yep.
You learn from it.
Yep, learn from it, move on.
Sam Fergot, football and basketball, honor roll. Academics comes first.
Yeah, that's kind of something that, like my dad tries to get me to do all the time. Focus on school more than sports. But you know, sports is a lot of fun.
A lot of pleasant memories.
Yes.
Certainly, many life lessons learned in sports, Sam.
Yep.
and so I've always encouraged my children, grandchildren, my friends. I was played sports and did everything like you guys do, and there are valuable lessons and significant memories to take with you the rest of your life. I was really impressed with what I read about you, Sam, in terms of your servant leadership class. I'm familiar with servant leadership at Viterbo because I have my graduate degree from Viterbo in servant leadership. I was a little unsure of what your class was all about at Central.
Well, last year the class was taught by our coach, Mr. Service. We kind of just focused on in that class how to be a leader in society, in class, in your jobs, in sports, just how to be a better person, just all around better person.
And did that class have a significant impact on how you see the world?
I think so, yeah. It really taught me more to look at people in a different way.
Being non-judgmental, you mean?
Yeah, exactly. I feel like now I'm a lot more thoughtful towards other people, and it helps me just be a better leader out there on the football field.
I can tell that in your personality, Sam. Of course, everyone has a different view of leadership, style and so on. I know Jackson is a leader too, no question about it. I've seen you on the field, and I know you from the community, but explain to our viewers your leadership style.
I like to lead by example. Like I try to bring good energy every day to practice, bring them that juice. Just if you have one person has good energy, it's like you know when people yawn, it's like kind of contagious. Like other people yawn.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get my energy to be like contagious, so like hopefully it
Nice.
grabs onto other people and then.
Nice.
Yeah.
Do you recognize that level of being contagious? I mean, do you see that in people that surround you?
Mm-hmm. Of course, like if someone has bad energy, then it'll spread around the same way.
Mm-hmm.
So just try to get positive energy out there.
Exactly. Boy, I'm impressed with that. We need to take a break though, guys. We're going to step aside here just for a minute. It's halftime. When we come back more here on 7 Rivers.
When you're faced with the decision of selecting a monument to honor someone dear to you, call Lewiston Monuments for a no-obligation consultation. Lewiston Monument is a full-service monument company, serving families in Iowa, Minnesota, and Wisconsin for over 4 generations. You'll find beautiful granite, marble, and bronze memorials, all at competitive prices. Their experts can help you design the perfect and unique memorial. Lewiston Monument. Call today or on the web at lewistonmonument.com.
You know, the thing I'm most proud of when I think about our company is the reputation that we've been able to build in this community. Our technicians have done a great job going out and performing magnificent jobs for the customer. And our customers have rewarded us with some really great reviews online.
We have over 150 5-star reviews online right now. Our technicians do a great job out there, and our reviews show it.
We can say without hesitation, when you choose Schneider Heating and Air Conditioning, you'll be glad you did.
Welcome back to 7 Rivers Sports. Great interview today. We are focusing on the Central Riverhawks with Jackson Warren, Sam Fergot, Eli Graewin. Well, Jackson, so far, as we tape the show here on September 8th, a couple hundred yards on the passing game, 117 on the run. And certainly you're kind of taking off where you left off last year. You had a great abbreviated season. I know what the team goals are. You want to win the conference. You want to move to the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
And it's about team, not necessarily individual. But you must have some individual goals.
Of course, like I want to get a scholarship offer. That's one of my biggest ones. But you just got to keep playing game by game. Like I don't go back in the past and be like, oh, look, I did this. Like I'm just trying to, because like it doesn't really matter in the past because like I'm just trying to focus on the future. So I'm trying to have another good game and then another one. And then if you have a bad game, you just watch film, see what you can fix up, fine tune, and then use it for the next game.
Wow. I'm impressed with that. Now, in other words, you are not looking at previous accolades and, oh, I read it, I had X amount of yards in this particular game and admiring yourself. You're just moving on next because you want to get better.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I can look at that stuff after high school.
Also, I watched you compete in track and field.
That was a fun time for me.
You have some skills in that area.
Thank you. Thank you. I know the coolest feeling was sitting up on that podium. It was, oh, I felt great.
Emotional?
Not emotional, I just felt cool.
Emotional.
Yeah, we could say emotional.
How did your parents view that?
He was proud. My dad was like, good job. He's like, I'm proud of you, good job. And then
Mom said that too, but probably with tears in her eyes.
Hope so.
But you did well. I watched you, as I said, compete, and you could perhaps take those skills in track and field to the next level.
Mm-hmm. I'm getting looked at by one college in North Dakota, University of Mary, for track, which I was kind of surprised by, because I didn't I never looked into like the recruiting process for track, but.
Actually, I'm familiar with that university.
University of Mary?
Yeah, it may be a good fit for you, but you have a lot of opportunities yet in football and in spring of 2022 to showcase yourself and so on. So right now your college is kind of uncertain, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
And
Very
depending
uncertain.
upon what happens.
Yes.
All of us have people that have inspired us. You look back and reflect, which is, you grow by reflecting. Reflect back when you were very young, in grade school and so on. And then through today, who's really inspired you the most?
Definitely my dad. He's always had like high expectations, and I'm just trying to, he was very good in high school sports, very athletic. I'm just trying to kind of follow in his footsteps a little bit.
Mm-hmm. And you're doing a good job of that.
Thank you.
And Sam, too, we talked about your leadership and your family support, your mom, dad, your sisters. They are huge Sam Fergot advocates, aren't they?
Yeah, for sure.
And they're proud of their son.
Yep.
And their brother. Do you talk about your game and what's going on in your life with your parents after games or weekends?
Yeah, they always are asking me about how I did in a game or how the team did. Even after practices, they always ask how the practice went.
And you're going to Madison next year, perhaps?
I still gotta send out my application, but that's what I'm hoping for.
Okay. And like freshmen and sophomores especially are not allowed on State Street, where all the evening action takes place. just so you know, because I have a grandson down there. You probably know that, Julian. Role models for you, Sam Fergot.
I'd say my biggest role model is my dad, because he's my coach in basketball, and he always is trying to push me to be as good as I can be in academic wise or in sports.
Yeah, he's a good friend, and I like his style of coaching and the way he handles people. And you like this guy that plays for the Bucks. He's one of your role models. I think it's Giannis.
Yep, Giannis.
And then this quarterback, Aaron Rodgers.
Yep.
Why do you like those guys?
Well, they play for my favorite teams, and they're the best players. And like Giannis is, he always is humble. That's what he tries to be. Tries to be really humble, and I think that's pretty cool.
Humble, and you know what I noticed in the playoffs? This is rare. He never takes a possession off. He's going 100% on both ends of the court, and he's unselfish. despite being as gifted as he is. That's a lesson in itself, isn't it, Sam?
Yeah.
Eli, too, know your family real well, of course, and they're your huge advocates of what you are, who you are, what you do. And when you graduate, you're moving on, too.
Yes, sir. I'm looking at some sort of technical school, and I'm gonna try to be electrician or architect or HVAC, you know.
Yeah, well, that's a good career. We talked about before we went on the air about how significant those jobs are and how much they're needed, and the pay scale good too.
Mm-hmm.
So you have a gift in that area.
Well, right now I don't really know, but I think it's caught my eye because some family friends are into that field, and it just looks like something I'd want to do. So
This just kind of surprised me when I read your profile and I asked you what people may not know about you, because there's millions of people that will be watching this show throughout the world. What people may not know about Eli Graewin, and you said, I am somewhat insecure, but I'm looking to step out of my comfort zone.
yeah.
That's revealing.
Yeah, well, I was bullied when I was younger, so I just kind of got insecure, and then, but you know, high school and middle school, I just kind of stepped out, and I had a little growth spurt, so I got a little skinnier, you know, gained some confidence, you know, and then I got some great friends, so surrounded by good people.
Yeah,
and,
well, I'm just impressed and proud of your growth and how you've evolved into a leader and just an excellent young man. Jackson Warren, I read something about you that reminded of me when I was young, and you said you had some bad anger issues when you were
Oh
young.
boy.
And I had some of that problems,
Mhm.
those problems too.
Oh boy, yeah. When I was younger, I don't know, man. Just like whenever I'd play sports, I would just be headhunting, and like if someone like called me a name or something, or like stole something, like they were catching hands. Like that's back in elementary school. I toned it down in middle school, and then like no, I'm chilling, but I'll still play mad in games.
Mm-hmm. Well,
Yeah,
determined.
Yeah.
Not mad. Determined.
Well, it's controlled now. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
So did your parents recognize that, and they was like, Jackson, let's go.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Somewhat. I didn't really get put into any program or anything. I kind of just figured it out for myself, and then, yeah, I just like they were well aware.
Yeah. Well, your journey in life, my journey in life, is all about like self-improvement. Come on. I mean,
Mhm.
there's a lot of things that we can all do to improve. Sam Fergot, work hard, and it will pay off. That's you, isn't it?
Yep.
In school and in sports.
Yeah. You know, working hard in like basketball and football pays off a lot for the team and myself. I get more playing time. I play better. And like academic-wise, working hard, I get good grades, and you know, I can go to a lot of colleges that, you know, if I didn't work hard, I wouldn't ever dream to be able to go.
Yeah. You know, we could go on for another half hour or hour to, because you guys are such pleasant to interview, but we have got to wrap this up, guys. But before we go, I'm looking forward to the rest of your season. Again, as we tape the show on September 8th, 2-1 on Alaska River Falls, and then that Logan game on the 15th. And there's something tells me that you're going to be pretty determined this year,
Oh yeah.
based on what happened last year.
Oh yeah.
So, well, good. We want to wish you the best. We'll be covering some games. We want to wish you the best during the season, and you did a great job. And so, my guests this week: Jackson Warren, Sam Fergot, Eli Graewin. You did a great job. Thank you.
Thank you.
We'll be back with some highlights of 2 games that we covered.
With our busy lives, it's a comfort to know that we can still remember loved ones in a traditional way with a monument. Lewiston Monuments in Lewiston, Minnesota has been helping families purchase a monument for over 4 generations. You'll find a large selection of beautiful granite, marble, and bronze monuments, all at competitive prices. And they're a full-service company, so they also do straightening, cleaning, and repair of monuments. Stop in or call for a no-obligation consultation, or visit lewistonmonument.com for more information.
You know, the thing I'm most proud of when I think about our company is the reputation that we've been able to build in this community. Our technicians have done a great job going out and performing magnificent jobs for the customer. And our customers have rewarded us with some really great reviews online.
We have over 150 five-star reviews online right now. Our technicians do a great job out there, and our reviews show it.
We can say without hesitation, when you choose Schneider Heating and Air Conditioning, you'll be glad you did.
Rick and I kicked off our high school football coverage this past weekend, an MVC matchup at Swanson Field on the north side, with the Logan Rangers hosting the West Salem Panthers. Logan looked impressive in the opening drive, marching down the field and scoring on a 1-yard run by junior Eli Reynolds. A Daniil Roberts PAT 7-0 Rangers. Well, the Panthers answered. Quarterback Brett McConkey to senior wide receiver Jack Haley from 9 yards out. PAT was unsuccessful. In the second quarter, C.J. McConkey on an 11-yard run and a 2-point conversion. Brett McConkey to wide receiver Brennan Kennedy for 2 points. 14-7 Panthers at intermission. Well, Salem's senior sensational halfback C.J. McConkey scampered 41 yards in the third quarter, followed by a Noah LaFleur PAT. 21-7 Panthers to end the scoring. Brett McConkey, 12 of 17 for 179 yards. Logan quarterback Josh Waite, 11 of 20 for 116 yards. Panther wide receiver Andy Johnson, 5 catches for 120 yards. C.J. McConkey led the West Salem defense with 11 tackles, while Martell Owens, Noah Geschwind, and Sam Veenstra led the Logan defense. Logan is at Onalaska on Friday night, while the 3-0 Panthers travel to Sparta. Final from Swanson Field, West Salem 21, the Logan Rangers 7. Well, that does it this week here on Seven Rivers Sports. I'm your host, Terry Erickson, hoping that you will have an active and a healthy week ahead.